Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's Halloween again. And we decided at the last minute to do something spooky instead of, the horror that is just more Starfield at this point.
I was gonna do like a maniacal laugh, and I realized I don't have it in me. All of my laughs just sound really cornball. It's like a dad chuckling at a joke to himself. It's terrible. I
Well, that
noticed
might be fun too.
I noticed that they're offering for you to send in your own stories. Are
Yeah,
each episode fan submitted?
I am like 90% certain that this is entirely a conceit. But the framing of this is Fears to Fathom. It's a series of short indie horror games. It's been going on for like a year and a half, 2 years now, and the conceit is that they're like Reddit creepypasta stories, with the idea that like real people were involved in these incidents. I don't think that's actually what's going on here. I suspect that these are all just like these are written by someone. That said, I don't know that much about the developers of this series. I'm not sure they've been incredibly like open or high profile about like their development process. So like I don't know. They do have a Discord. Maybe if I hung out in that Discord, I would know more. But I have too many Discord servers as it is, and that number is like 5. So for some reason we can click on the episodes here, but we can't like launch the other games from here. This I think just links to the Steam page. Anyway, we're gonna go with this game, Woodbury Getaway. This came out about month and a half ago. Oh, right, because I've finished this game. All of the chapters are available. We're gonna start a new game.
Woodbury Getaway. It's a Christmas
Notably, the game
episode.
does not take place during Halloween or anything. In fact, most of them don't. I need to get coffee to get done with the day.
Who finishes their day with coffee?
Yeah, I don't know. Aesthetically, I'd say this is sort of a lo-fi VHS-esque horror game. I'd say these remind me a lot of like the Chilla's Art horror games. We did the Convenience Store a couple years back.
Still upset that you ruined that.
No, that wasn't the Convenience Store. That was Stay Out of the House, the puppet
you ruined
game that
no, you
starts
ruined
with
that
the
too.
Convenience Store.
Oh my god, you're right, but you also did ruin that.
Yes, I did. It was fantastic. It looked like I just slipped on something and died in the freezer. Hey, what's up? I was checking if you need anything. I know. Just finalizing the report.
As one does in this
Yeah.
199X.
So all these games are kind of fraught with regards to
Dates.
like chronology, because
We did not. No, okay. I don't think the 90s had instant coffee things like that.
No, this thing straight up has like a Keurig. Water, give me the water. Which no, but we also have like a. Give me a. Oh, okay. Oh, I accidentally picked up a damn lid. There we go. All right. Dude. We also have a smartphone. Like we will see that later, and.
Yeah, that seems really confusing given that you've got all these CRT 4.3 monitors.
Yeah, like CRT Windows 95 ass fucking monitors.
Like a lot of paper as if it's a 90s transitioning to digital office space.
Yep.
Boxy cars that look like they're from the 90s.
And I wonder too if that's just like the developers are like Gen Z and just weren't around to know when this stuff. I don't know that the developers are Gen Z, mind you. I don't know really very much about them at all, but like it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, like this is obviously supposed to be like at most Windows ME, right? Windows 2000.
We don't know the year, but we know that it is 8:20 p.m. on December 4th, so or December 8th, whichever it was.
Oh, I can just input numbers. Well,
And go to jail for fraud. Do we need to actually find these numbers?
no. Let's play Type Invader.
God, I love.
You remember Type
games.
Invader, right?
I love typing games. It is weird to have a first-person game that does not look substantially lower fidelity than the actual game world.
Yeah.
Like, it is lower, but not by as much as you'd think.
Most of these games have some, like, Easter egg, like, video games like this. I think there was a first-person shooter in the last one that was, like very much like Quake or Unreal Tournament, which was kind of neat. Create, say, leg. Why possible? Pull B.
I mean, that's how these games always work. They're always random words, so you can't just sort of like... It's not rote memorization of a phrase.
What the fuck is new drive?
What I do in my car after taking PCP?
Yay, we did it.
Does that count as finishing the report? Had to pee.
No, but we have to pee.
So is this past tense for a reason?
So this is all the conceit is that we are playing out like a Reddit creepypasta kind of thing that is being, you know, relayed to us by the narrator, who is the person who experienced this. So like that like the character's voice will pop up to like narrate things as we go along. Wonderful looking bathroom here.
Honestly, I as someone who has played a lot of lo-fi horror games, this is fairly good looking in terms of fidelity. Like it's not bad.
Oh yeah. This is also sort of a weird thing that comes up a lot in these games, is like just like the diegetic act of peeing, which I want to say is like my suspicion is it's a
Jesus Christ.
Just being able to see the guy's face does not make this better.
We should
I'm
probably
sorry,
put a
man.
jump
I didn't
scare
know you were
warning
in
on this.
here. How are you? He's just finishing up his cleaning rounds.
He didn't do a very good job.
No. You too. I wanna, like, my suspicion with this is that it is a reaction to all the jokes that people made about the very first episode, because in that episode you were in a house that notably does not have any bathrooms in it. Like there are no bathrooms in the house in the first one, which was very kind of like stuck out in this game that was otherwise like aiming to be pretty like you're in a house and there's a home invasion situation, right? Hello, phone.
I'm just
Sydney Harper.
Mike.
I'm struggling with the
I've been trying to call your
taking
cell
a
for the
coffee
last
into the
2 hours.
bathroom
It
thing.
just keeps going to voicemail. Is
We could have
everything
thrown
alright?
it. In fact, the janitor makes a comment if you do about people keep throwing their coffee cups away and like not putting them in the trash, just leaving them around.
Oh snap! I was starting to think
This is
maybe
also
you
like I
ignored
think
me.
the only one that actually has voice acting in it. Although
Well, it's the
weirdly
newest one,
not
so-
all the time. Like it's literally just this guy and only this guy when he's on the phone.
I'm just kidding.
When he shows up later, he doesn't have a voice.
Anyway, what are you still doing at work? It's getting kind of late.
I wonder if they tested it and then saw
Yeah,
that without the
that sounds
lips
rough.
moving,
Good
it
thing I
felt
called
too
to
weird.
cheer you up.
No, I mean like everyone else is just. Oh, you mean like maybe they tested doing the entire thing voice acted, and then we're like,
Well,
oh,
yeah, like
actually,
because they have this guy, and this guy, for all I know, is one of the devs. So like, just have
about our
him
trip,
record the
you
lines,
book the rental house?
but then they put it next to
We
a
wanted to see you.
creepy smiley photo
And
face, and
Nora.
it just didn't work. Would be my guess, or it is just a weird inconsistency.
I don't think. I mean, this guy seems like he has some voice acting experience.
No worries, Harper. I don't want to stress you out.
Like that
As
doesn't
long as you
sound
book
like
it
someone
tonight,
who
I can
doesn't
help you
know
out.
how to do, voice acting.
Hey, I was thinking since we both live in the city, maybe
Oh wait,
I
there is
could
one
pick
other
you
person
up
with a
and
voice in this
ride
game, now that I
together.
think about it.
Be nice to catch up. You know, save on gas and relive the good old days. Just a little bit of Mike and Sydney time before Nora gets there. Great. I guess I'll let you get back to work then. Oh, wait, one more thing. When you book the rental, please make sure to keep it under $100 a night. Nora and I were talking, and she's been on a pretty tight budget. Things haven't been going very well for her. It'll be just like the old college days. You always had a knack for finding the best spots. Right, of course. Sorry for yapping. I'm just excited, I guess. Alright, talk to you later, Harp.
Well, that guy doesn't know how to end a conversation. All right, browser.
Yeah, this stuff didn't exist in the '90s either. It was more like
No.
petsfood.com and shit like that.
Pets.com, the infamous.
Or like people
And,
didn't trust.
it advertised Wi-Fi, like...
People didn't trust. I like ceiling fan. That's even better.
I love that it's just, like, obviously a like, manufactured home.
I wonder if these are
And
assets
a whole
from
bunch of
previous.
photos of just...
Like, are these from previous games that they've made, or are they bespoke
No.
assets for this, or did they just use like the home decorator games and just sort of like took screenshots from that? Because this seems like a lot of
you
content.
do wonder, because, like, a lot of work for, like, what ends up being just, like, small screenshots in the game. On the other hand, this one doesn't look incredibly different from the other ones, and this is the one that we will actually see. Although, notably, it's not winter in these photos, so they also had to do one of these that was just not without all the snow that we're going to see. All right. So $99 at night, like, would be expensive in the 90s. So here we've got the actual intro. Hey, I'm assuming you get hundreds, if not thousands, of stories sent daily. So I'll give you a basic rundown of something that happened to me. Sorry if some of it is written weird, but I was rushed. When I was in my early 20s, I worked at a big consulting firm in my city. Life at the firm was a constant juggle of deadlines, client meetings, and trying to prove my worth, which didn't leave much room for leisure, let alone a social life. The job paid well, sure, but at the expense of my mental peace. I'm Sydney Harper, and this story takes place during one of those days. One of my college friends, Mike, suggested we take a weekend getaway to rural Vermont, which sounded like a perfect break from the cycle of work. And my other friend Nora was quick to jump on board as well. The plan was simple. We rent a small cabin, close our shift early on Friday, leave, and be back on Monday. Mike came to pick me up. 2 days later.
Mike has got a PSP in an era where
It's
I'm
not
not
Mike.
sure. Well, there's a PSP, and we have a smartphone.
So here we've got like straight up just iMessage. Maybe the firm that we work for just has really old computers.
No, because the cars are all boxy too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are not recent cars.
So you'll notice he doesn't have a voice here.
Again, I think it would be weird to hear a voice coming out of Silent Mouth guy.
Why don't you hug me like you missed me?
Just to test to see if you smelled first. That was the exact same length of hug.
Alright, time to throw my stuff in the back of the truck. Do I have stuff? Do I just... Oh. Maybe not. Okay, what? Oh, did I leave it on the
Open.
elevator?
You have to press the elevator button. Did you already brick our progress? I feel like you just have to open
that'd
the
be
trunk
fun.
and then...
But I don't have any, like, interaction stuff here.
Alright, go back to the elevator.
Excuse me one second. We're dealing with the existential nature of my bag.
Did PSP guy steal it?
Yeah, there it is. Donk. Alright. Where's Nora? She'll meet us there.
Can we ride in the truck bed?
No.
Aw. So this would be December 10th? Was it the 4th or
Yeah, I
the 8th
think
when we
so.
started? Okay.
It was the 8th. Yeah, you resemble this bobblehead. That's not what we meant. I guess we can't turn on the radio.
Look, music licensing is expensive, and Jesus Christ, you can go 50 on this road? This does not look like a 50-mile-per-hour road.
No. Especially in this weather. Funny how that works. Speaking of jobs, how's it going?
This guy
Uses
seems like he still
machine
has a
learning
thing for
to
her.
predict market trends. Really, you think so? Sounds like you're shaping the future. Not quite Tony Stark. Yeah. So again, like this is definitely like these people are talking like it's 2010 at least. What do consultants even do? Explain. Yep, really important work. So this is the guy that we rented the cabin for. What?
Game really wants us to see some stuff.
Did you see that school bus? A school bus back there by the old house.
Yeah, tiny homes also were not a thing.
Yeah, like... Yeah, December 10th to the 12th.
If you want consultancy for old people things, hire me. I will tell you what was around in the 90s, and it wasn't... a lot of this wasn't.
came out of nowhere, even though it was just kind of on the road the whole time. That in Native American lore, seeing a deer cross your path is like getting a message from the universe. On the other hand, that's a pretty 90s new age kind of thing to say, so I don't know. What happened to I guess new age just kind of got subsumed into like the weirdly increasingly fascist wellness influencer people.
Yeah, there's definitely like a crystals to fascism pipeline for like stay-at-home moms and stuff. Yeah,
man,
that's a thing.
Are you high? What?
He's not very good at flirting.
No.
Also, like, don't get hung up on your, like, college, like, crush. That's a weird thing to do when you're 25 or 30.
Yeah. I think the game description says that Sydney's 23, so...
So they're, like, 2 years out of college?
I want a giant Dairy Mart sign. A pizzeria. We're blasting the entire interior with our high beams. These new GPS systems are something else.
This is such a vague time period.
In the future. This is probably the one that's the most, like, weird with its anachronisms. Authentic Italian pizza.
You know, I know this game is meant to make me feel scared, but it mostly just makes me feel really old.
Reports of a strong snowstorm coming towards Woodbury tonight. Residents are recommended to stay indoors and keep warm during this time. Let's check in with our field reporter. How's the weather out there, Phil?
I remember the animated news trend of the 90s.
The studio should have really bought some snow gear instead of buying that new coffee machine.
I'm sure you'll
feel like this might have been like...
You can have some coffee when you get back to the studio.
Jerry.
Half of mine is like some kind of animated channel that like did this for the game as like a cameo.
Well, that's what I was going to say is maybe somebody in the Discord animated it for them or something. It feels very inside joke.
Yeah. Do people tend to crave pizza when it's cold? I'm more of a like, let's make like 5 gallons of chili kind of when it's cold thing. We'll get 3 slices each, he says, ordering for us. Let's see. Margarita, cheese, and Moe's special. What,
3 slices of pizza, no drinks?
What the fuck is wrong with this man? $22.50. That's a pretty modern price for, well, maybe not modern.
No, it's not.
It'd be worse now.
6 slices of pizza for $22 is pretty cheap.
I thirst. What is this? Ah, yeah, our cup of spoons.
It looks like sugar and teaspoons and some teacups, like...
Well, everybody knows that, you know, when you're having your afternoon tea, the important thing to have with it is 3 slices of pizza. We also have voice messages.
Oh, you guys are going to hate me. I swear I'll get on the road as soon as I can. But something last minute popped up. I'm not going to bore you with all of the details. The long and short of it is one of my clients needs a last-minute change. Their payments are about the only thing keeping the lights on. I hate to leave so late, but I've gotta keep them happy. I'll have this logo done before you know it, and be on my way.
So, oh no, the third person that was gonna be here is not gonna make it. Again, who eats 3 slices of pizza and no drinks?
In a box, like not individually boxed.
Does the pizza slap? Bomb ass pizza.
Yeah, that is not how people in the 90s or early 2000s even talked.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with people? The crust is the best part of the pizza.
I mean, if it's good, it's not always good.
True. If it's like that cardboard crust, then no. But then, you know, the whole pizza just sucks if that's the case.
I like that you just make this really grotesque noise while eating.
Hello. Are you just watching who pulls in and taking notes?
I'm getting Mark Duplass creep vibes from this guy.
Yeah, I mean... The guy walks into a pizzeria to accost people for hitchhiking. Like, I'm surprised he doesn't get thrown out.
Look, Mo has standards, and standards include people coming in and harassing his customers.
For the record, even if you are extremely nice to that guy, you can't get him to ride with you.
That was not us, that was the game, for the record.
No, I mean, I clicked the button to do that. I want to look at my phone. Fuck off.
The game does have a pacing problem where it keeps interrupting. It gives you a message and then immediately rips control away.
Yeah, and I haven't really... a little bit of Starfield in our horror game. There's also, like, previous messages here that you can read to get a sense of, like, what's going on. We won't go through all of them, but,
Pause to read. Oh, is that an electronic car key? No, it's not.
You know,
it's not a fob.
No, it is.
No, it's not a fob. It's got unlock and lock buttons, but it's not like a full fob.
Yeah. My car straight up doesn't have a key anymore. It's just a fob.
That's because you're in the future. This is 1997, 2004, and 1993.
This is your host on WKWB, your hometown station, bringing you the
I mean, most of it actually points to it being like after 2008.
First snowfall of the season. There's nothing like a perfect song to set the mood. So here's a track that'll make you feel.
Well, we do have a radio now.
Coming up next, Be Sincere.
The very first thing that pops up when you launch the game, by the way, you didn't get to see this because I wasn't streaming it, but like there's a little message that shows up and says, all music tracks in this game are copyright free.
I don't want to talk about what's wrong or right, but picture me up on the mic spitting what I like.
Which I guess
That's
does
good.
mean
I mean,
having to change out your entire soundtrack when the license expires.
Having a,
Shut up,
oh,
Mike.
he's mad at you.
I crashed Mike's truck.
There is plenty of me lurking in the streets, but you're certain that your purpose is surplus and listen to me. But you cannot pick up the phone, you cannot even write.
Beats having a silent rave sequence like in one of the Life is Strange sequels.
I forgot about that. That's so great. I wonder if they ever patched that with something else.
Like real, check me out. I'm the man of the minute. I'm feeling different from some businesses that fuck me up. I want to be the one that saves you, but I don't really.
Again, it's copyright-free music, but it's clearly fairly recently made, and I'm wondering if, again, this is something donated by members of the Discord, or if it was just something they found online.
I suspect it's probably just something they found online. I mean, there's a lot of places like that. Jesus sets free.
Stream. Oh, never mind. Stream's good.
Damn it, Discord.
I keep a ride on my side. I like the words out of mouth, seems to lighten my life. I'm connected to a heart like the moon and the tides, and besides, no one can take her up and out.
Here we are.
I think the words come together well, and that's no coincidence. Trying to be the best.
You may have some health issues if your legs are just falling asleep while you're sitting in a neutral stance. Like, that's maybe something you should get checked out, my guy.
I have really bad circulation. So he didn't bring any extra clothes, he just brought a cooler of beer. I feel like that says a lot.
That. It's, as we will see in just a moment, what was it, 5174?
You're asking me?
5176. It's not a cooler full of beer. It's a cooler full of, like, random groceries. It smells so nice in here, I guess. Oh, he needs to pee.
I'm trying to think of a classy way to say that to the person you have a crush on, and I don't know if I need to hit the John is the way I would approach saying that.
No. Oh. There we go. Oh, uh-oh. We're inside the cooler. Alright, there we go.
Oh, lemons.
Like, literally, there's no alcohol in here. We got, like, 4
You've got the
liters of
makings
milk.
of like an omelet. A lemon omelet is what we've got.
Yeah.
Are those tomatoes,
I don't know.
apples?
Maybe.
It doesn't matter. Bell peppers.
bell
Yeah, we're
peppers.
definitely making just omelets. That's what this is.
Frozen yogurt. You could put that into a, well, you probably shouldn't put that into an omelet, but you could. What is that? Lettuce.
Lettuce does not go in an omelet. I don't know what we're using the lettuce for. This is a weird list of ingredients.
Oh. You okay?
Again, he's not good at flirting. He's just not.
No. We need to pee. The smell alone told me the pizza had really done a number on Mike.
I really didn't need to know that Mike's poop smelled.
Let's text Rick while we're on the toilet.
The tap was dry, so I know Mike didn't wash his hands.
And then he unpacked my stuff. What is... Are you good? So, we also have big old flat screen LCD here. Your apartment. I mean, this is a nice living room, but it's not a bigger than your apartment living room.
I mean, maybe he lives in the city and has a studio?
Yeah. Oh, there's an Atari.
Again, not 90s.
And a dinosaur. Well, this is like obviously older stuff, although I mean, this TV could be in the 90s, I guess. Like one of the really early fucking...
I'm almost certain they didn't get clearance for Ouija. Ouija is not something I believe.
Oh, is it a trademark?
trademark?
Oh, okay, that's interesting because that's going to come up later. That said, this is like a really nice house. Like I would totally live here. I guess the walls could probably do with a bit of touch up, but. Ah, yes, the room where I have a lamp on a cabinet.
It's a sewing room or a water closet. Like that's. I've been in houses that. Oh my Jesus Christ! Okay, that's the second time this game spent that nickel, and I'm getting real sick of it. You can't just lock the camera and have a shadowy figure emerge. Oh, you broke his heart.
I was just answering his question. Host was a middle-aged man with nervous energy. Yeah. The shower works, but the sink doesn't.
I mean, it's a $99 a night apartment. What do you...
A nice-ass view. I do like how he's, like, very obviously short, too. Like...
A deck with no chairs.
Yeah, there is no furniture out here. Oh no, there is.
There's a little stool.
This.
Okay, if this was the 90s, there would be an ashtray on that stool. This would be the outdoor smoking
Yes.
area.
I guess you can't just do that. So he's told us where the flashlight is, you know, just in case. Some tasty food, he says, looking at our bags of lemons and bell peppers. Is there no microwave in here? There isn't.
Does not
I
look
don't
like
see a microwave. So we've gone back to the 60s.
This here is the killing floor. Put a tarp out if you plan on using it.
No access to guests.
Maybe you shouldn't leave your murder evidence in your rental home. in a suspiciously labeled room that says, please don't come in here.
But Chris, we can't just put it outside. Also, the house is haunted. Just like incidentally, by the way, my house is haunted. Hope you love it.
Oh my god.
Ah! That can't be intentional.
Mike's going in for a kiss.
At this point, my creep meter was quietly pinging at around a 6 out of 10.
You have a very defective creep meter.
Now it's a 7 out of 10.
You know what you don't do when you get into a creepy person's house? Shower.
Yeah, with your creepy coming on too hard college friends. What time is it according to the clock? It is 4:38.
But we know it's later
Doesn't-
than that because it was 5 something.
Yeah. This clock says that it's 4:20, so...
Toke up.
Seriously?
I tried to take a shower, but the shower door was open, and I had to turn around and shut the shower door. Ma'am, have you thought about editing your creepypasta? Maybe cutting some bits here and there?
No, it's important. These are very important details. I mean, it wouldn't be edited out of a real creepypasta now, would it? So...